Steve, James Ernest, Gruel and Truth Radio Network. How are you doing today?
I'm good, James. How are you?
Doing great. So how have you been able to take such a strong start into MMA?
I'm just blessed, man. I have the right people around me, the right coaches, the right training partners. I don't know. I really can't say anything other than that. I had all the right opportunities, all the right people at my back, and luckily, I'm blessed to say that it's got me to this point.
Tell us about a couple of your coaches, KP, for example.
I haven't worked with KP in a while. I'm with Hard Knocks. I have Henry Hooft. I have Greg Jones. I have Connie Barzini, Mario Sperry. Those are the people I've been working with most recently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, you had an opportunity to work with a wide variety, it sounds like, then.
Yeah, I've been really blessed to be able to work with the wide array of the many coaches I've met over the years.
How has working with Titan FC prepared you for Bellator?
I really feel like the path I see a lot of people take to get into the bigger promotions usually starts with small shows, like real small shows. Mm-hmm. So to jump right into Titan was, it kind of, I don't want to say I jumped over a couple levels, but Titan was one of the bigger platforms you can fight on in terms of exposure. And that was relatively early in my career, but there are a lot of people who they have 6-7 fights before they make it to Titan. And, my professional debut, I had my first 4 fights for them. So, I don't know, really, I would feel like the first look that I got was one where I had eyes on me. And ultimately it made me realize that it doesn't matter who's looking at you, it matters about what you do when people are looking. So, I don't know, that's one thing I would say is just that it really taught me to just keep doing what I'm doing, focus on myself, and let everything fall into place.
So what is your plan to be able to keep improving those skills and to take it to the next level?
I really feel like I have the skills to push it to the next level, just stay on the course, work with the same coaches, stay on the same guideline. I really feel like the coaches and I really put together a plan that we've been enacting for the last couple of years, and I just really like the trajectory I've been on in terms of my development. So that's in no small part, like I said, to my coaches and training partners, but Henry, Greg, Tommy, Mario, all people that really align with the vision that I have for myself, and they're really helping me push forward here.
What did you think about the recent Bellator heavyweight tournament?
I think it's awesome. Mitch Reno's a good friend of mine, and I really like that he's been doing as well as he has been doing. So, I'm excited to see him, go out there. I think he could win the whole thing. I don't know. Otherwise, it's awesome. It's stacked with talent. I think it's really interesting to see who all has been doing well in terms of, we have Ryan Bader and Chael Sonnen both doing really well in this heavyweight tournament, which is, skill is skill, fighting is fighting, but who would have thought that 2 of the smaller dudes in the tournament are making the biggest waves?
Now, I know it's not, right to go out and believe in rumors, but one of the rumors that I had heard about an upcoming or possible upcoming opponent for you was Frank Mir. Is there anything truth to that?
No. Not that I know. Not from me, anyway.
Okay, it was worth a shot. I had heard something about that on the internet. You know how the internet is.
Frank Mir is, if I'm going to talk about Frank Mir was probably one of the first people I really liked, Whenever I got into MMA, I'm trying to think, I started to be a fan, it would have been right around the time that, right around UFC 100, so maybe like 6 or so months before that. And Frank Mir, obviously, at the time, was one of the star heavyweights. So, I haven't been approached to fight him or, whatever. But, I'm a huge fan of Frank Mir. I think he's awesome. He's, a really good grappler. His striking is very developed.
Any advice to the young fighters that are just starting their, basic training, that kind of thing?
I feel like I'm a young fighter who's only just now scratching the surface myself. I would just say, if fighting's your thing, then run after it as hard and as fast as you can.
What's your family's thoughts on your fighting?
Well, as of recently, I would say that everybody's on board, but it hasn't always been like that. I remember at the beginning, nobody was on board. Everybody thought it was silly. Everybody thought I should go to school, I should get a regular job, I should, so on and so forth. And I'm not saying that doing those things was wrong, but I didn't feel like that was for me. So pretty early on, my dad got on board. He saw how passionate it was about it, and how much I loved it, how dedicated I would be to it. I don't think my mom was really fully comfortable with it until recently, and even the word comfortable is probably taking some liberties. I don't really, I've said it before, I don't really know a single mother on the planet who would be, supportive of their son fighting people in a cage for money. But that said, she's really come around. Whenever I started off, she was 100% against it, and now, she's sort of, I don't know if she's comfortable with it or just accepted it or, kind of tolerates it sort of thing. But anyway, no, all the right people are backing me, including my parents, my family.
Going into this fight, both of you were undefeated. Could this potentially be one of those great fights that we look back on, a couple years from now when both of you were on the higher end of the heavyweight division and say that's, one of those legendary fights?
I guess it could. I feel like I'm going to focus on myself, and the results are going to be the results. If I have my way, it won't be a back and forth fight. It'll be a one-sided Steve Mowry show. But that said, yeah, maybe. Ben Mo is a very skilled opponent. He seems to know what he's doing. He's very his offense is very streamlined. So I really feel like just in the short time that he's been able to. The short time he's been competing, he's been able to capitalize on it using his tools and his abilities. So, good on him, yeah. So, to answer your question, yeah, maybe. Could be.
How has your camp been going so far?
It's been camp, man. It's hard. It's a lot of people in the room there getting ready for big fights. One person I really stuck to this camp, and someone that stuck to me is Volkan Ozdemir. We've been friends and training partners for a long time, but the stars kind of aligned for each other. He's fighting, his last two opponents were tall, rangy strikers, and my opponent's a big, I wouldn't say not small, but smaller than me, power striker, has good offense kind of thing. I've been working a lot with Volkan. I have a few other people that are just mainstays. No matter who shows up to the gym, I always get work with them. That would be Linton Vassell, Ongla and Song. He's the champ in 1FC at middleweight and light heavyweight. He's somebody else that these last few weeks we've really been pushing each other. So, yeah, this camp's been incredible in terms of the quality of work. But, it's camp. It's hard. Every day's a grind. Every day you have to go in there and leave your sweat in there, leave your hard work, leave it all in there.
What type of sponsors would you like to thank?
All my sponsors. I'd like to thank Thrasher Hemp Shoes. I'd like to thank Big Boys Moving in Tampa. I'd like to thank Novogenics. I'd like to thank the 86ers. I'd like to thank MAS Security. I'd like to thank, and while we're at it, all my friends, family, coaches, training partners, everybody.
Excellent. And if fans are wanting to follow you and learn more about you via social media, where's the best spots to check you out at?
If they want to find me on Instagram, they can find me at Tall Steve Fights People. And if they want to find me on Twitter, they can find me at Tall Steve MMA.
Thank you, Steve. We wish you the best of luck at this fight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, James.